Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have a lot to get through today. Crypto's been pretty stagnant this week. The prices haven't really changed too much, which is good. Things are stabling out, building support. And yeah, we have a ton to get through today. Thanks for tuning in again. I really appreciate you guys. Remember, everything I say on the video is not financial advice. And we're going to dive right into it. I have a lot to share with you guys on X from posts from the past 2 days. So, looking at Circle, they went public. Huge. Not really sure how I feel about it on IPO day or this week, so I'm gonna take a look at it for probably the next 1 to 2 weeks before I enter a small position, but we're public. I mean, this is huge. US is about to pass a lot of stable coin bills upcoming, and Circle going public means they're not going anywhere, guys. So, they're a long-term play for sure. USDC, for those of you that don't know, is Circle, and they're doing huge things. I mean, they're gonna be the leading stable coin in the US. You got Tether, but I think Circle is gonna overtake them for sure because they're gonna most likely, what I think, somewhat replace the US dollar. I know it sounds crazy. I might get backlash in the comments below, but this is the future. Guys, this is what your dollar is going to be held in 10 years. USDC, USDT, stable coins that aren't really fluctuating but are on the blockchain, if that makes sense. Next, Bitcoin's 50-day moving average over 100K. We are building that 100K support. The hardest resistance that Bitcoin's ever been through, where it took 2 to 3 months to break through, is now becoming a support. So I know we went from 74K all the way up to 112K very, very fast. Now, crypto and Bitcoin haven't really done much the past 2 weeks. It's staying very stagnant between 100 and 108K, but we're building that support for the next leg up. Just because Bitcoin isn't moving doesn't mean we're going into a bear market. I cannot stress that enough. There are so many people out there that are thinking that the bull cycle and bull run is over just because Bitcoin isn't moving. But the fact that it's staying between 100 and 108K is really building that next support for the next leg up. And hopefully we do bounce up. That's going to be volatile, up and downs, but that 100K is now a base where, we could see 150, and then retrace back to 100, and that's the next support for the next bounce up even higher. So I love it. I think 100K as the support and the new 50-day moving average is great, and I can't wait to see where the 100-day takes us. BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale, they are buying ETH. I personally think ETH is going to shake a lot. It's going to melt a lot of faces. It's going to be the most hated rally of this cycle. ETH moves when people don't think it's going to move. The last cycle, I watched ETH go from about $150 to 4.9K, but nobody talks about that, and it happened 4 years ago. And the amount of money pouring into ETH is now a lot more than it was 4 years ago. And it takes off and it moves really quick. I think that jump happened in about 16 months. Expect the unexpected. ETH is going to blow a lot of people away. I'm heavily positioned. I'm ready. I'm holding. I love it. I think BlackRock and Fidelity investing in this is great. Although BlackRock did sell a good portion of their Bitcoin, I think it was like 6,000 Bitcoins to purchase more ETH, but they own a ton of Bitcoin anyway. They constantly have investors buying through their ETF, so they're constantly purchasing and selling Bitcoin anyway. And I think it's amazing how they're allocating it to Ethereum. Elon Musk, flatten the curve. Uh, we'll get further into this with Trump and Elizabeth Warren, but yeah, what are they going to do? This is the highest national debt we've ever had. I think I talked about in another video. I think we're at $36 trillion of debt, and I believe 15 of that is from the last 4 years, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but we have to do something. And the only thing that there is to do is cut rates and print more money. Now, when we do that, where is that money going to flow? The last time this happened, Bitcoin 10x. It went from 6.2K in March of 2020 to 69K in the top at the mid or end of 2021. We are nowhere near the top, guys. We are just becoming a quantitative easing environment right now. And I am so excited and stoked for what's to come for cryptocurrency for the next 12 months. They need to start printing ASAP or this economy is going to crumble. Next one, Trump wants to remove the debt ceiling completely. It's the first time he's agreed with Senator Elizabeth Warren. The debt limit should be entirely scrapped to prevent an economic catastrophe. It's too devastating to be put in the hands of political people, Democrats or Republicans. It doesn't matter at this point. I don't give a shit what you are, Democrat, Republican. Come together and do something right for the economy. As to Senator Warren's second statement on the $4 trillion, that could be the amount we print. He likes that. He said it would be done over a period of time. Let's get it together. Jerome Powell needs to cut the rates. I don't know why he's holding this off for so long and denying the fact that we are in the highest inflationary period that we've ever been in. Prices of things are skyrocketing. Nothing is happening. I'm not saying print this 4 trillion immediately, but gradual growth of 4 trillion and allocating into different reserve assets, such as Bitcoin, is going to hedge against this inflation. Merlin the Trader, I usually post about him at least once per video. This chart should haunt you if you missed Bitcoin in 2020. So look at Bitcoin back in 2020. This is the low, like I said, about 6.2K roughly. What did we do? 69K by the end of 2021. Look at ETH at 2020. I'm sorry, ETH in 2025, we are sitting at about 1,500. What's going to happen at Ethereum once we print the money? Same exact structure as Bitcoin, same exact short squeeze is coming. ETH is going to blow you away. It's inevitable. Companies and institutions are loading up on Ethereum, and it's going to melt faces, guys. California passes the bill. This one is dangerous. They passed a bill saying that if your Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is left on Coinbase or any major exchange for more than 3 years, they can seize it as unclaimed property. I cannot stress this enough. Get your crypto off exchanges. I've been saying that for years. I've had a Treasure since 2020. I now use Ledger. I love them. I'll provide a link in the bio below or the description below. I'll put a link. Sorry, I cannot get my words straight today. Have not had my second coffee. And yes, get your crypto off the exchanges, guys. It is not safe. If it's not your key, if it's not your passphrase, it is not your token, and anyone can seize it. Any of these exchanges can literally go bankrupt. Voyager, Celsius, what was the other one? BlockFi, to name a few, back in 2021, they all went bankrupt and investors lost all their money. Yes, some of it were recovered, but what's going to happen when your stuff is on exchanges and it's unclaimed? You can't hold your crypto on exchanges. That's just what it is. And now there's a bill actually saying that you need to get it off. Lark Davis, another great investor and YouTuber that I watch all the time. Bitcoin's been over 100K for 26 days now because this was posted 2 days ago. And yeah, guys, institutions and public companies are loading up. Retail's taking their profits from when Bitcoin hit all-time high. We're stabilizing at 100K. What are we going to do when retail jumps back in? Triple bottom on the offline chart and the total crypto market cap. Next leg up. It's coming. Patience. This is the most patience anyone's had to have with any cycle. Plan B posted a video. I don't know if you guys know who Plan B is. Another great YouTuber investor that I listen to. And he posted a video today saying it's a gradual incline of steady increasing of Bitcoin percentage now. It's not so much those 30-50% drawbacks that I talked about in the last video. More money is coming in, very little money is coming out. It's a gradual increase until explosion of printed money goes into Bitcoin. Anthony Pompliano, my favorite investor, national debt, 36.2 trillion. We need to print. Somehow this debt needs to be controlled. Ondo Finance, another topic that I will talk about in another video. They are accelerating the biggest upgrade in crypto capital market history. The total transition of the capital markets that we know now and the New York Stock Exchange and Wall Street are now going on-chain. Wall Street 2.0, also known as Ondo Finance, are taking over the game. The price is below $1. The market cap is below 3 billion. This is going to explode. It's going to be a top 10 crypto in 10 years. It's inevitable. They're bringing every stock on chain to trade 24/7. So you'll be able to trade your Tesla. You'll be able to trade whatever stock you have on the weekends. Everything is going to be on chain. You'll know where all your money is. You'll always have access to all your money. You know, like the stock market trades from 9 to 4, Monday through Friday. Why are they holding your money on the weekends and not allowing you to move it around? Why is your money stuck in stocks on the weekends and not allowing you to move it? That's not effective at all, guys. Everything needs to go on chain. Everything needs to be transparent, and everything needs to be brought to the blockchain through Ondo Finance. I love the company. I love what they're doing. I love their marketing. I love that they call themselves Wall Street 2.0. Leah Halpern, another great investor. Retail is selling, institutions are buying. If you're panic selling Bitcoin, you're selling to BlackRock, Spearbank, and the US government. Retail, us. If we sell our Bitcoin, who do you think is buying it? Someone has to buy. People are constantly buying and selling Bitcoin. When I sell, BlackRock's buying it. When you sell, Fidelity's buying it. Someone is scooping up the Bitcoin and they're scooping up a lot more than you're selling. What is going to happen to the price once this gets reflected and priced in? Bitcoin is so undervalued. It's worth more than gold. That has a 26.2 trillion market cap. Bitcoin's got about a 2 trillion. Now, I'm not saying it's going to totally overtake gold. Gold's not going to wipe out. That 26 trillion is going to gradually incline because it's a safe haven and a safe asset. You're not wrong. But I do think Bitcoin is going to catch up in the next 3 to 5 years. It's going to be the top two. They're going to be the top two assets. It's inevitable. Metaplanet, Japan's #1 stock for the first time. This is amazing. They're the first Bitcoin treasury in Japan, and they're now trading as the #1 stock in Japan. I love it. They're trading as the #1 stock in Japan. It's amazing to see that a Bitcoin treasury is now a #1 stock when 20 years ago, nobody even cared about Bitcoin. Meta rejected Bitcoin on their treasury. I don't know why. Microsoft rejected it too. But you got to think like these companies are already so big and worth trillions of dollars. Why hold Bitcoin? They don't see the opportunity yet, or they're waiting for a price dip, which isn't going to happen. But every single company and every single person in the world, I'll quote Michael Saylor, will buy Bitcoin at their own price. Everybody is going to need to own it sooner or later, not to fit in, not to join the crowd, but to become a part of a global economic reserve currency that's going to be widely accepted and used in every country abroad. I like going through my X posts with you guys because I get to share everything. I get to read off them and elaborate as to what's going on. So every 2 to 3 days, I'll make a long video, pretty much going through, different topics that I see on X that strike my interest. I'll run through them with you guys. I'll share my opinions. But I will tell you right now, I don't think we're at the top. And I'll tell you that at the end of every video until, probably forever, because we're never going to be at the top. Bitcoin is never going to be priced into a dollar amount that I see as the top. It's a constantly growing asset. It's worth infinity dollars 20 years down the line. It's not going to be compared to the US dollar 20 years down the line, if that makes sense. So think of it as the S&P 500 with a gradual growth of about 8% ARR a year. Bitcoin in 20, 25, 30, 35 years is going to have a steady 8 to 10% increase, maybe more. Right now, it's got a 60% ARR, which is amazing. People think Bitcoin is so scary and unsafe to invest in because of the volatility, but long term, that volatility is going up and up and up at a 60% rate per year. And Bitcoin compared to the S&P 500, compared to gold, compared to every single stock in the stock market and every asset from real estate bonds and treasuries in the world, it has outperformed since the creation. So I don't see it going anywhere. Why would it go somewhere now when you have the most bullish crypto administration? We're good, guys. Everything is chill. Bitcoin is sitting at 100K. We're going higher. Relax. If we dip below 100K, buy more. Relax. It's on the uptrend. Everything is good. Yes, there may be some news that brings the price down, but long term, I'm bullish. You should be bullish. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. Talk soon.